Hey, this is Daniel Norton. I'm here in my studio in New York City with Mackenzie. And in this video, I'm going to talk a little bit about kind of coming into the studio for people that maybe use natural light or used to shooting on location, and kind of using those tools to kind of build your studio case. You don't just like go out and buy a ton of equipment when you first start. So most people, when they start shooting, they get obviously have a camera. Maybe you pick up like these pop-up reflectors, which are pretty useful. I've been using these Last-Light Halo Compacts lately, borrowing them from Seth. So they fold down really small, which I really like. And we can use these essentially as kind of our studio tool, right? We've got this pop-up reflector essentially that's going to allow us to have it both the silver white, which he's building, and I have a diffusive one right here. So it does have a 1/4-20 screw here in the bottom, and I've got this Kupo 650 pin, because you guys know I love my 650 pins, and that actually has a 1/4-20 right here. So I can actually attach it to a stand like that. Otherwise, there's a lot of different ways you can do it. There's different clamps and such, but I find this to be very convenient, and you're good to go. And what we're essentially going to do is take this, which you'd normally use to diffuse, the sun, and we're going to use a small flash. So we're going to get, similar results, but with better control. So I'm going to attach this to my C-stand here, nice and simple. And what we're going to do is position this where we want the light for a portrait. So typically, kind of somewhat in front, leaning down, giving a good swath of light over her. And I know that, a lot of times when people are starting out, they don't have big studio lights and stuff, so I'm going to use a small flash for this. So I've got my Profoto A1 over here, and I'm just going to move it in so it kind of fills the frame of the reflector. So again, we want to just kind of point it at the center. And what we're going to do is, normally if I'm shooting in the studio, if you guys watch these videos, I typically set my camera so none of the available light's affecting the shot. So we'll start there. This is f11 at 250. And we can see at f11 at 250 that we've got no available light affecting the shot, which is good for us. We're going to turn the flash on. So it's in my A group here. So I'll turn off the other groups, even though I only have one flash. I'm in TTL, and I'm just going to make a shot. Okay? And we can see f11, 250. You can see that's definitely like a studio lit shot. She's lit up. I can see I got a little creep going on here. You want to fill the frame. So I backed it up a little bit, but it looks like I got enough spread here that I can actually adjust it. Let's do one more shot. Good. And there we go. So now we've got nice even light on her. We've got kind of dramatic shadows. But of course, a lot of times you're going to want to fill those shadows in, and that's where the reflector part comes in. We've got this one here, which is, again, silver and white. So silver, white. We'll do silver. Why not? Add a little drama.
2 halos.
Yes, 2 halos. Double halo. So it's like double rainbow, but it's double halo.
Feeling very lucky today.
Yes, exactly. So we're going to bounce the light in. Well, I just have this through the knuckle of the C-stand. It actually fits in there pretty nicely. Good. Bring that in like that. Just like with lights, you want to bring your reflectors in as close as possible until they're in the shot, more or less, and then just back them out. That will make them bigger. Making them bigger is going to make it softer. So let's see what that looks like. So it's in slightly. You guys can actually see that. And we can see now that the reflector is filling in nicely. Essentially giving a studio quality shot, a studio shot from tools that you probably already have. Now, the other thing you could do is if you didn't have 2 reflectors or 2 stands or whatever, and you were in a bright space like I am right here, you could also involve some of the natural light. So I could actually adjust my camera, right? Because remember, I'm at f11 at 250 to get rid of the available light. I could drop my shutter speed, but I'm going to drop my aperture in this case. And I am in TTL, so it will actually just adjust automatically for me. So I'm at 5.6 now to let some of the daylight in. And we can see now letting the daylight in also is very nice. It kind of depends on what tools you have and how much control you want. And we can see the difference here. We've got mixed with daylight, reflector fill, or a more moody shadow, right? All from a single small flash and using the tools that you already have if you're basically working with natural light. That being said, if you don't have anything yet, I'm going to recommend these are great things to pick up. These reflectors / diffusers are excellent tools. You could use them with the sun, you could use them with the windows to get really refined shots. And then as you move into a studio, you could use them as your initial modifiers. You don't have to invest in softboxes and stuff right away. So be sure to follow Mackenzie. I will put her information in the description. Be sure to follow me, Daniel Norton Photographer, and subscribe to Adorama TV. And I'll see you next time on set.